And what are we doing?
We're marching to Washington, D.C. because we're tired of what's happening in this country. We're not going to lobby, negotiate, but we're there to declare our independence from corporations in this country and to declare that we're going to organize to take back the basic necessities of life.
Ashe, and for a self-determination. Woo! All right, this is the Poor People March. We live.
Don't know where to beg.
Hey.
Organize to reclaim.
There you go. Share some of that redistributed, stolen, and hoarded wealth. Because if you have enough to take care of your families, then you need to redistribute what extra you might have to those of us who have none. Okay? So we in stolen Lenape territory, miles and miles of land that, of course, is indigenous land. Indigenous people suffered the first form of what I call gentrification, which is colonization. And we need to make sure that not only our first peoples redistributed back their land, because they're still here. Hello, somebody. And to all the indigenous land liberators and warriors who might be seeing this, all love and all power to y'all. But also to folks who have none, to folks who have nothing, like us on this march. Many people who are living on the street currently in all places on Turtle Island. This is a march that includes people from Florida, from New Orleans, from Philadelphia, from New York, and from Cali. Oakland and Bay is in the house. Poor Magazine is in the house. This is Poor People Economic Human Rights Campaign. Poor Magazine, the folks from our folks in the Florida area, and folks coming from all parts of the state of Washington as well. So we're going to go to the white people's house. We're going to be setting up a tent city because that's where we live. Most of the time we're forced to live. And then criminalized for the sole act of not having access to a roof. So yeah, we on this. Putting out a call to people to join us. Put your bodies on the line if you're someone who can, if you're in this area of the country. We're going to be in Baltimore tomorrow. Look at us on FaceCrack at the Poor People's March on Washington. Not to be confused with the Poor People's Campaign. It's the Poor People's March on Washington. And put your body on that fight if you can. If you can't do that, you can donate to economichumanrights.org. Even $1, $10, or $10,000 would help us. This is a grassroots effort supported by the people. In addition, there's folks from Homefulness here because we actually building with permission and ceremony from our First Nations folks, us houseless folks and indigenous peoples and disabled peoples are building Homefulness, a homeless people's solution to homelessness. Homefulness, that's H-O-M-E-F-U-L, 1L, N-E-S-S. Because we can actually build something different that's rooted in love and interdependence and our collective survival and what we like to say is thrival. So check us out. For those of you who, as we say at Poor, might have a little extra resources or race, class, or formal education privilege and want to learn more about the medicine of redistribution, check us out in People School. That's a poverty scholar-led school that is going, the next seminar, the Degentrification Decolonization Seminar, will be kicking off Black August 25th and 26th. And we teach folks with different forms of privilege, and those are very nuanced. And there's a lot of gray areas in there. Not all white people, not all people in college, not all people who have access to land, but different accesses and privileges that enable you to work within a settler-colonizer law that incarcerates, tests, and arrests every poor person it gets. So we teach folks about the notion of redistribution. And again, I encourage people to check us out. If you want to find out about that, you can go Race, Poverty, Media Justice, PoorPeoplesMarch.PPEHRC. It's going to be Black August 25th and 26th. And then lastly, if you're just ready to move, and you're a person with some shared resources, with more than enough to take care of your family, with an extra trust fund or a CD, some land that you don't live on, cars that you don't drive, do what I say. Stop the mess and start writing the checks. Hit me up, poormag@gmail.com, and you can make direct reparations to poor families. We just had a sister donate a car that actually worked to a poor mama who had 3 children who was disabled. Now she has wheels. Believe me, it's those kinds of things that make the difference in our lives. It's those kind of things that we are blocked from access to. So I just want to put that out as well and say that, you know, those are things you can make direct hits and direct change from. You don't have to wait for some initiative or effort. You can actually do it now. And lastly, the book Poverty Scholarship, Poor People-Led Theory, Art, Tears, and Words Across Mama Earth is coming out in February of 2019. If you'd like more information about that, you can look up poorpress.net. But we will be, you can hit me up on my email, poormag@gmail.com, and check in with us because we'll be doing a book tour across the nation, and at the same time as the book tour in academia, we'll be teaching and sharing with poverty scholars how do you build homefulness. Homefulness is a template for change across Mother Earth. It is not meant to be one person's. And that's why we launched the Bank of Community Reparations. Again, Bank of Community Reparations, where we're trying to have multiple families in struggle stay in Oakland and Weechene and in the Bay, because they are actively trying to kick us out. So again, this is the Poor People's March, and we love you, and we'll see you soon. Stay tuned.